Good morning, children. Today we shall see the second chapter of OC Business Services Part 1. In the previous chapter, while discussing the difference between trade and commerce, we discussed about the auxiliary services of commerce, that is banking, insurance, postal services, warehouse and transportation. Importance of these services are increasing in an economy. These services not only extend to facilitate industries, agriculture and business services, but are also a part of commerce. They have undergone so much change that they just do not only work as business services but also as social and family related services. All these institutions have become naturally interdependent. Today we shall discuss the first topic of lesson number 2, that is insurance. Let us understand the meaning of insurance. What is insurance? Insurance is a written contract between two parties. In the written contract, we have the insurer. The insurer is the company. The insuree or the insured is the person. The written contract is called the policy. The amount which the person pays to the company is called premium, and he will be compensated as per the risk covered and the amount decided for the financial loss. Insurance contract in a written form is known as insurance policy. Insurance does not remove the risk involved, but it compensates for the financial loss caused by that risk. Let us see the contractual definition of insurance. This is not mentioned in your book, but you can just go through it in the video. Insurance is defined as to which a sum of money as a premium is paid in consideration of the insurers occurring the risk of paying a large sum upon a given contingency. The certain sum is called premium is charged in consideration. Against the said consideration, a large sum is guaranteed to be paid by the insurer who has received the premium. The payment will be made in a certain definite sum. The payment is made only upon a contingency. Let us now understand the principles of insurance. There are 7 principles of insurance, namely utmost good faith, insurable interest, principle of indemnity, principle of contribution, principle of subrogation, principle of loss minimization, and principle of causa proxima. However, in your textbook, only 4 principles are explained. Let us now discuss the principles in detail. The roots of insurance are connected with society, and it is an agreement between two parties. It is a special form of contract, and hence apart from the law of contract, the following specific principles are also applicable. The first principle is principle of utmost good faith. Basic principle of insurance is social. Principle of utmost good faith means at the time of contract, both the parties should mutually give full and complete details regarding everything related to the contract. If some detail is not asked for and affects contract, one should disclose to the other party during signing the contract. No details should be kept hidden. If it is kept hidden, it is called breach of the principle of utmost good faith, and the insurance contract gets cancelled. In short, it means parties entering into insurance contract must have mutual faith in each other, and it should be based on trust, and all information must be true. Nothing should be hidden. The second principle of insurance is principle of indemnity. The basic objective of insurance contract is to pay compensation to the insured against the loss. How much compensation to be paid is determined by the principle of insurance, is not taken to make profit. Example, If the insurance taken of the asset is of 6 lakhs and the worth of the asset is 10 lakhs and the entire asset is destroyed, the insurer gets 6 lakhs only as compensation. Another example, if the value of property is 10 lakhs and the insurance taken is of 10 lakhs and damage to the property is 10 lakhs, then the entire amount of 10 lakhs will be paid by the insurance company. In short, the principle of indemnity means you cannot make profit from insurance. The third principle of insurance is principle of insurable interest. The insuree must have financial interest in the product insured. Example, the owner of the house has financial interest in the house while the tenant of the house does not have financial interest. It means you must be at risk to suffer the financial loss. The fourth principle of insurance is the principle of subrogation. Under this principle, when the insurance company has paid compensation to the insuree for the thing damaged and of which insurance is taken, then after that the ownership of the thing belongs to the insurance company. Example, when a vehicle is damaged and the insurance company pays compensation for the damaged part, insurance company sells it in the scrap market and gets money. The insured cannot earn money by selling the scrap. It means if the insurance company pays you compensation, the insurance company owns the damaged goods. These are the principles of insurance.